Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Hey everybody, Anthony Rodriguez here, Walking Crow for the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. Are you choosing happiness? Are you choosing love? Are you choosing you first? Are you choosing you for the rest of your life? Or are you forgetting about yourself and leaving yourself in the dust? There is no dust on Tuesday. Choose wisely, choose correctly, and welcome to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine show. And before we move forward, I'm going to drum in spirit, and then I'm going to clear us with sage, and then we're going to move on into the show. Okay, so be with me. Hey, 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 na na, hey, na na, yo, 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 Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. Boy, it's been a long week. It's been a busy week, and it's going to be a busy week this week. So much going on with the new moon energy next week and the full moon energy last week or whenever it was, or 2 weeks ago, was it now? I think about a week and a half ago. Anyways, so we're coming up on the new moon, and we're coming up on letting go and new intentions and moving forward. But before we do that, thank you, Spirit, for showing up for us. Creator, Great Spirit, Mother Earth, Great Mother, Aho, and the power of the four directions. I ask that I would be clear. I would be a clear channel, that you would make me a clear channel for the folks that need to hear what it is they need to hear. I ask that the computers and the phones would be clear, and there would not be any bugs within those things. And I would ask that those that are listening, those that are watching, can watch and hear, not with their ears and their eyes, but with their hearts. With their hearts, and with their fire, and with their water, and with their ground. Aho, mitakoyase. Aho. Well, all right. I'm excited about today's show. You know, and today's show. Hey, Tammy, how you doing? Welcome aboard. I'm excited. You know, since last week, for the last 2 weeks, we've been picking up a lot of new listeners. You know, and not just new listeners. People are finding Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine and Anthony and me, Walking Crow. And, we're growing exponentially. And it's interesting because I made a decision a few weeks back to turn in my letter of resignation, because it was time for me to go. It's time for me to cut the cords. And those of you who saw my post yesterday and saw that tomahawk that I was given last week, no, I was told yesterday that tomahawk is about cutting cords. In fact, let me grab that. Sorry for the blank space. It's about cutting cords. It's about letting go. It's about moving forward, because you can't drag the old life along with you. You can't do that. Aho. And this is the tomahawk that I'm talking about. This tomahawk is old and weathered. It's got horse hair. Horse is symbolic of freedom and power and humility. Aho. And humility. So this is what I'm going to be using to cut the cords. And not that I want to cut anybody out of my life. Not that I want to cut anybody out of my life. But sometimes you just got to let go. Sometimes you just got to go. Sometimes you just got to go. Aho. I didn't fight my divorce, because sometimes you just got to go, you know. All of them, all three of them. And funny, 3 about that, you know. Anyway, so, so we're going to be talking about manifesting and actually stepping into the void and moving forward, because a lot of us live in fear. A lot of people are voting today because people are in fear of what they didn't do last time. They didn't vote in the big election when it counted. And guess what happened? Everybody's squawking. Everybody got crushed. Everybody got crushed by what happened, and surprised, caught with their pants down. But guess what? It doesn't have to be that way. You can make a difference from wherever you are, even if you're sitting right here where I'm sitting doing the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. Aho, hey, aho. So I want to go to my calendar real quick. There's not a lot on there because a lot of that stuff has come up and gone. So as usual, the Tuesday edition of the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Take a listen, take a watch on Be Live TV and in Blog Talk Radio. And if you miss it, you can go to Spreaker later on, and you can go to YouTube and watch it on a Goldylocks channel, YouTube channel, or on Anthony Rodriguez Walking Crow Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine channel. You don't have to miss a thing, or ping me and I'll send it to you. So, and then there's Thursday, Sound Vibration Magic Drum Bath Journey with Walking Crow. This Thursday we're not going to be doing that because I'm going to Sweat Lodge. There's a brother here named James Battles. He's a Cherokee brother of mine, and he works with people in recovery. And he invited me out to do Sweat Lodge on Thursday. So there's not going to be any journeying on Thursday. Maybe tomorrow, Wednesday, we can do it about 9 o'clock. Would be my guess. Would be my guess. We'll see. But I'm not going to promise that for Thursday because I will be up in the Santa Monica Mountains in ceremony. Aho. And then on June 16th at 9 a.m. Saturday, Healing the Masculine Soul with Anthony Rodriguez Walking Crow at the Church of Truth Center for Awakening Consciousness in Pasadena. Go to my events page and check all that stuff out, or go to my website www.sacreddrummedicine.com and check those out. And then again on June 21st, Your Abundance and the Summer Solstice with Anthony Rodriguez Walking Crow at the Sedona Creative Life Center. I will be doing this event from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's $40. Come join us if you're in the Sedona area, or if you're in Cave Creek or Cottonwood or Phoenix or Flagstaff. Take the drive. It's a beautiful drive. There's no more beautiful place than being under the stars when you're driving home at night in Sedona. Aho, aho. So that's June 21st. Go to my Facebook events page and sign up for that. Full Moon Manifestation and Sacred Drum Making Workshop with Walking Crow and Jane Rich. She's an incredible medicine woman in Charlotte. On June 20th, I will be in Charlotte. We will be making drums. Not only will we be making drums, we will be making drums under the energy of the full moon, a full grandmother moon, letting go. And we're going to be making drums. It's $200. If you sign up early, it's $175. So be the first to sign up and save yourself $25. All righty then. So that is my calendar for now. There's going to be something maybe on the 19th of June with Lori Laney in Sedona. She's another medicine woman that I met. And I'm going to be possibly doing a drumming at her facility on the night of the 19th. That isn't confirmed yet, but I will put it on my calendar directly when that happens. All righty. So let's go forward. And I can hear a truck outside, and it's making a heck of a racket. All right. So how about this last week? I was in Sedona. And I went for a couple of days just to do some marketing for my event and to go press the flesh and to meet some people. And boy, I have to tell you, every time I get to that town, that's going to be my new home. Every time I get there, I'm introduced to some amazing people. There's an artist named Bear Cloud that I was introduced to him and his staff. I was introduced to Lori Laney. I just mentioned her. Look her up on Facebook, Raven. And boy, I just, it's amazing. We went up, my friend Mina Satori and I on Thursday night went up to Castle Rock, and we drummed off a huge rock and over the valley, overlooking the village of Oak Creek. And it was just an amazing time. And then I had to rush back on Saturday because I had to be back for my nephew's birthday / graduation party. And I was speaking at the Church of Truth on Sunday morning at 11 a.m., which was an amazing talk. I hope somebody recorded it. I was told they did, but we'll see. You never know. And I also want to remind you, see this cool shirt that I'm wearing? This shirt, this belongs to Goldylocks Temple of Healing, Groton, Connecticut. I was going to say Goldylocks Temple of Doom, but there's no doom or gloom in Groton, Connecticut, because our beautiful producer, Tiffany White Sage Woman, is there. Our main support, our tree, our rock, our big heart, our love. Yes, Tiffany, that is you. She supports a lot of healers, a lot of mediums, a lot of psychics, and to put a message out. And this is what I'm here for, to put a message out. And boy, I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to be with you. And so let's get into the topic of conversation. So this is going to be about me, because what's happening right now is for some people would be a scary time. And I guess I'm going to tell you what. My stomach stopped hurting, by the way, Tiffany. As soon as the show started, I had a stomach ache all morning long, and it just went away. So I have to tell you, it can be scary at times. I have scary moments, and I kind of step back, but I don't really step back because I've already stepped into the void of flying without a net. I have already put myself out there with regard to what it is that I'm going to be doing for the next almost 2 months before I actually settle down into my new home in Sedona. I'm going to be free flying, and I'm going to be driving across the country, and I'm going to be visiting homes and towns and studios and states and counties and cities. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the walking crow to come into your town, to roll into your town, to walk into your town, to fly into your town? I hope. And hey, Sarah, welcome aboard, baby girl. And give Austin a kiss for me. Say hello to Anthony for me. And I want to tell you, I pulled some cards this morning. And the cards are incredible. The cards are not treating me poorly. The cards, see, the emotion comes up when I know that I'm supported by the universe, by Creator Great Spirit, by the power of the four directions, by Great Mother, by all of you, the audience that's growing for me, the people that are following me. In the last few weeks, I've gone from 2,000 people to 2,080 people, if not 2,080 plus by today. And tonight it'll grow exponentially even more. So I'm excited. So I want to tell you what I received with regard to the cards today. I pulled the medicine cards. I didn't pull the chakra cards. And maybe I'll pull the chakra cards in a little bit as well. But I pulled turkey. Turkey is powerful medicine. Turkey is about giving away what it is you've got, giving away generously and humbly, not giving away with expectation of what you can receive, what I can receive, and I was talked to today by the spirits, and they said, you're not going to be charging for your events when you go across the country and you're in somebody's home. It's going to be by donation, and that's going to be the way it is, because that feels so much better. It feels so much better than people feel like, I got to pay to go to somebody's house. No, you bring a dish of food and you bring a donation, and we'll do things that way, because that just feels so much better, and more people feel like they can make it. And if you don't have any money, or money, you're not able to bring a dish, come anyways and bring a friend. Bring a friend, because you never know the healing that you're going to get. So freely, in Alcoholics Anonymous, we say, freely we give. Freely we give. We can't give away what we haven't got. And I'm giving. I'm making time. I'm giving my life, by the way. I've given my life. And I'm not just giving my life for me, but I've given my life for others, because others deserve more than what they've gotten. They've gotten the raw end of the stick, the raw end of the deal a lot of time. Just like I talked about earlier, we're voting today. We gave ourselves the raw end of the deal. But giving ourselves something because we can, because we have an abundance. And even if we don't have the abundance, give it away. I have stuff that I give away all the time. So, and then that was followed up by Jaguar. There's a song by Stevie Wonder, Creep. It's called Creeper, or Creep Into My Dreams. And when I'm asleep at night, baby, I wonder if I creep into your dreams. Or does it seem I sleep alone in my fantasies? I'm dreaming and I'm creating my reality. I'm manifesting my dreams. I have been dreaming for a lifetime, if not lifetimes. And I had to let go of the attachments to the things that people wanted from me. What do people want from you? What is the unspoken, spoken and unspoken expectation that they have for you, that they have for me? The dangling carrot of the spoken and the unspoken expectation. I talked about this last week, and I'm going to elaborate and talk about that more this week. This week, I'm going to talk about that more because it's really important because of what's happening. We're coming up on the new moon, Aho, and the new moon is on the 13th, and I'm leaving Los Angeles on the 19th to head to Sedona to do my event, probably the 18th, because I want to get there a day early, and I'm planning an event of drumming as well. And the third card that I pulled, and this is the amazing card. This is that I know that the Great Spirit truly has my back, and I have a connection with Great Spirit that's so great, and you know that I do because I believe. Oh, how does that happen? Why does that happen? And it happens, and it can happen. My connection, my spiritual connection to the elders, to the ancestors, to universe, to Great Spirit, Aho. The only thing that is second to eagle is hawk. And that came up for a friend of mine who I was doing a reading for earlier today on the phone. Great Spirit has got my back. Great Spirit watches over me, watches over you, watches over us. And you watch at what happens over the next hours, minutes, days, weeks, what happens in our lives as they begin to transform. And those things start to take shape as I fly off the tree, as I jump without a net, as I move forward across the country, as I trust like I've trusted for the last 3 or 4 years, like I've never trusted before. I wasn't taught to trust. I was taught to be afraid. Were you taught to be afraid? I was taught to be afraid, and I'm done being afraid. There is no more being afraid. What is it that you want to do for yourself? How do you want to come into your strength? It's funny. I have all this muscle, but you have to know something about this arm. This bicep is detached from up here, so it only looks like I have muscle, but I know that I have muscle in both arms, and I am strengthened by the fact that Creator Great Spirit is with me always. The jaguar creeps into my dreams and walks with me in my dream state, and I will give the shirt off my back if need be. Because those that are out there need help, and nobody's helping them. By the way, Sarah, your number right now, the time that you called in was 1313. 8. Infinite. That's an infinite number. Pay attention to the numbers, folks, that come up when you're doing things. Pay attention to the numbers. The universe is constantly speaking to us. And how are you seeing those messages, or are you missing the messages? You don't have to miss messages. Just pay close attention, lean in with your left ear, and listen. Listen to the messages that Creator, Great Spirit, Great Mother, the power of the four directions and universe and all our relations. Ahome takoyase. Ahome takoyase means all our relations. And listen to the way they whisper to us. Listen to the way they yell at us. Listen to the signs they give us. Aho. Now, when I was driving from Sedona back to Los Angeles, I had to make a stop with a beautiful woman named Peppermint Patty. Peppermint Patty lives in this little town of Rimrock. And I went there because she had offered me a Herkimer diamond a couple of months ago when I made a post onto Facebook, a video, and it went viral. And a lot of things happened as a result of it. Well, I finally stopped with Peppermint Patty to pick up that Herkimer diamond. And what a lovely lady. This lady is amazing. And she's living out there. And I can't wait to go back to Sedona to stop by and say hello to her. She's an elder. And she's an elder, a beautiful elder that I got to spend time with. And she presented me with a beautiful Herkimer diamond. It's over on my altar, so I can't show it to you. But she just didn't give me the Herkimer diamond to wear around my neck or as an earring. She gave me a smaller Herkimer diamond to go into my medicine bag. So I would always be protected in that way. And that energy would always be growing and vibrating in that way, in that capacity. The Herkimer diamond is the second hardest stone in the world, second only to the diamond. And then when I left there and I hugged Patty and I went on my way, I'm going up the mountain, and there's mountains between Cottonwood, Arizona, and the other side of Phoenix, which is Anthem, and those areas, if you're familiar with that area. And as I was going up the mountain pass, I was in this clearing, and right before I hit a patch of mountains that were going to block my view, a hawk came down, landed with its kill in its talons, and I looked to my left and saw it. I was amazed, and I'm like, oh my God, what is that medicine that I'm supposed to be paying attention to? What is the medicine that I'm supposed to be paying attention to? And there was my abundance from Hawk. Hawk was speaking to me and letting me know that my abundance is evident and my abundance is prevalent. And so is yours. So is yours. What do I have to be afraid of? I have nothing to be afraid of. I want to remind you, 323-870-3791 is the call-in number. Call in and let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's just not text. I love that you're texting. And by the way, please share this show. Share the show with everybody you can. Like the show and ask them to like and share the show on top of that, because that's what's happening. Tiffany worked her magic a couple of weeks ago, and this show was seen by, if not still being seen, this show was seen by almost 7,000 people. That's amazing. That's viral for me. And that is amazing. And, thank you, Tiffany. Again, thank you for doing that. So give us a call. Call in. Oh, and I want to remind you, you can still get your sage. I didn't mean to backtrack, but I missed this. You can still get your sage. $18.75 will get you a sage bundle and shipping. And if you want to buy more than one stick of sage, it's $15 times however many you want. Up to 3 sticks will cost you $3.75. It's a little bit more for shipping if it's more than 3 sticks because of the weight and the size of the package. So, you can send me at Venmo.com. You can send to my account, Anthony-WalkingCrow-24, $18.75 for your single stick of sage. I hope. And add your address in there so I know where to mail it. In fact, I owe some people some sage up in Northern Cal. Just not that I forgot, just that I've been so busy. I need to do that. So, no worries for those that are waiting for your sage. I've been out of town and been busy. Anyway, so I'm working a lot with releasing fear. Sarah's working a lot with the releasing fear. Good. And Sarah, release it and close your eyes. Don't look at it and go away. Just walk away. In fact, I'm going to ask those of you who are living in fear. A Wiccan woman did a reading for me, and when she was done, she said, "I want you to go to the ocean. I want you to go to the ocean and take everything off except for your trunks, obviously." And she said, "I want you to take coins in your hand." She said, "Take the coins in your hand, and I want you to go into the ocean and take the water and go into the water and wash yourself with the salt water. Wash yourself, rinse yourself, clear yourself of all of those things." And she said, "And when you're done, close your eyes and give thanks. And give a prayer of thanks, because that's direction of the West, direction of woman, direction of letting go. Grandmother Moon, 28-day cycle, letting go. And then throw the coins into the ocean as an offering. And turn around and walk away, Anthony. Do not turn around and look at the ocean. Keep walking and keep going. Keep going to where you need to go, and do not turn around and look at the ocean." And I did that. I did that because I was told to. I said yes because I was told to. So I'm going to suggest, if you have access to Himalayan salt or just salt, or if you have bath salts, in your house, take a bath, take that water and cleanse yourself. Set the intention of cleansing yourself. Set the intention of cleansing yourself. And then if you have bath salts, turn the shower on when you're done and take a handful of bath salts and rub them on your body. rub them on your body, and clear yourself, clear of those fears. There's no reason to carry around fear. Those are not our fears. They were the fears of our parents. They were the fears of our teachers. They were the fears of our politicians, our priests, our ministers, our all those people, all those people that lay down a carpet or a road of fear. I have no fear in my life. And I'm saying that, but sometimes it creeps in because I'm high human, high human. I know that there's going to be things out there that scare me, but I know because Eagle watches over me, Great Spirit watches over me, that I can manifest. And by the way, 51, 31, that's 82, 82 and 1 is 83. That's 11, everybody. Hello. The pillars. The pillars. It is the pillars. And it's the space between the pillars that brings us together. I am a pillar. You are a pillar. And it's the space that'll bring us together. Let us trust. Let's trust ourselves. Let's trust each other. I am trusting that the communities are going to say yes to me. As a matter of fact, I created a fundraising page on Facebook, and it's waiting. I guess it's being approved. I don't know how that stuff works. So I'm going to be asking people to, make a donation to that, and that way I can get across country and back and do what I got to do and come to your town and be with you and meet your family, do all that stuff, create community healing. Create community healing. And it's going to be such a good feeling too, when I leave there, that I get to carry that community in my heart, in my fire, in my third chakra water connection. Are you ready? Oishino, oishino, oishino. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am so excited today. I got to tell you, I am just, wow. I don't know who all I'm going to meet, but I do know that, there's a lot of exciting people out there that are waiting for me to come to their town. There's a lot of people out there that want to make a drum. You can make a drum like this at one of my drum making workshops. And this is a beautiful buffalo skin, 15-inch, 16-sided drum. It is signed by me in there somewhere. And I just finished tying this beautiful handle on it. And listen to the sound of this drum. You can make a 12-inch drum. Oh, and it's going to be elk skin, because what we want to do is we want to have uniformity, because when you're working with many people, 10 people actually max at a workshop, 10 to 15. We want to be able to get to everybody, and everybody's going to be blessed, and everybody's going to be smudged, and we're going to be offering tobacco, and we're going to be offering sage, and I'm going to be offering song and prayer and all those things, and setting the intentions for the cylinders, which is called the frame of the drum, and for the skins, when you hold the skin to your body and you start to see the animal and feel the energy of the animal. This is part of the process of connecting with the medicine that you're coming into. This is just not making a drum. If you want to make a drum, go over to Ludwig, or Pasty, or whoever makes drums and cymbals and that sort of thing. This isn't that. This is something sacred. This is medicine. And if you want to do that, it's $200 to create and manifest a drum. Talk to your neighbors. Find out who's in your spiritual community, who's doing things. Find out who the indigenous and natives are that don't have drums. And if they would like to make one, we could do that. And if you host a drum making workshop in your home or in your studio, you don't pay for the drum. That's your drum. You're going to get a drum for free, because that's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. Are you ready to step off into the abyss? Are you ready to step off into the void? Sarah, I know that you're dealing with fear, and you don't have to. You don't have to deal with fear. I know it's easy for me to say to you because I'm not walking in your moccasins, but I have to tell you, it'll go away once you take the first step. The fear will subside once you take the first step, because the scariest step is the first step. Aho. How is your foundation? How is your root? Are you in your foundation? Have you been working on planting your feet on the floor? Have you been working on taking breath into your ground, into your root chakra, into your perineum, allowing the energies of Mother Earth to flow into your body? Aho. I want to remind you that you're listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show and watching on Be Live TV, live on Facebook. Call in 323-870-3791. Let go of the fear. Let go of the fear and let go of the fear. Give me a call. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's talk about your fear and why you're holding on to it. We don't have to hold on to things with a kung fu grip because, we just don't have to. Let your parents be gripped with fear. Let your brothers and sisters be gripped with fear. Let your boss at your job and all those people who are worried and in fear of race and job and political climate and volcanoes and earthquakes and all that stuff. Let somebody else fear that. Because there's no reason to walk in those moccasins. Those are not your moccasins. Create your own path by standing in your own, by standing in who and what you are, by being free of the bondage of that. That is not a ball and chain that you have to drag around with you and take elsewhere. Aho, shinowan, aho nata. Aho. I've been talking for half an hour already. And I'm thirsty. I'm drinking carbonated water, so I don't drink soda. I don't drink diet soda. I don't drink regular soda. Although every now and again, or pop, some of you folks across country call it pop. Every now and again, I have one of those Mexican Coca-Colas from Mexico. Man, that's the real deal. It's not like the stuff they're peddling in America. But, little LaCroix. I don't do commercials, but this stuff keeps me from drinking that stuff. So fantastic. So, will you step into your dreams? Can you step into your dreams? And should you step into your dreams? We were just doing some grounding. I just said to put your feet flat on the floor, And I believe that I dream from the ground up because I have to have a solid foundation to allow myself to let go just enough so I can go into the dream state and let those things happen as they happen. I don't have to be blocked in my third eye. I don't have to be blocked in my vibration of voice. I don't have to be blocked in my connection to Great Spirit, to the heavens. Because those blocks block me from dreaming. They block me from my path. They block me from your path. They block me from you. They block you from me. Aho. 323-870-3791. Give us a call. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how you're stepping off and manifesting. Aho. I have to tell you, I had a blast the other day, and I'm going to talk about somebody. I'm always talking about her. But I was watching Tiffany's show on Sunday, and I had a good time. And I think everybody who is on Blog Talk Radio or Goldylocks Productions was there listening as well, because we were just having such a good time. And Tiffany, you're just too funny. You make us laugh, and you're such a joy to be a part of Goldylocks Productions. But even to watch you work and do what you do, it's like you're fearless, and it's and you're amazing. So, so check her out on Sunday. She gave me a plug. Thank you for the plug on Sunday, Tiffany. I really love that you support me in the way that you do, and you believe in me. And Tiffany believed in me when I didn't believe in me, and that's truth. That's palafra, that's word. That's what I spoke about the other day at the Church of Truth on Sunday. I spoke about word and consciousness. And are you consciously in your body? Are you consciously in your word? Are you expressing yourself in the way you want to, in the way you'd like to, in the way that you never have before? Are you rooted and fruited? Are you grounding? Are you taking time to allow your feet to sink into Mother Earth, to sink into that molten energy? Let those legs, energy legs, stretch way down, 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 and allow roots to grow out of your feet and your toes and your heels and your legs, and let them sink down into the molten energies of this Gaia, Pachamama, Mother Earth, Madre Tierra. Molten energies that flow upward into your legs, into your roots, into your perineum, up into the first chakra. Your first chakra of earth, your first chakra of stability, your first chakra of well-being, security, safety, home, job, all those things. Are you planted? Are you well-rooted? And are you well-fruited? Aho, I am. And I share my experience of my fruit, of how I got from point A to point B. And I know that you all know that I know. Aho. I'm going to do a little PSA here. And if you're wanting to change your life, if you're wanting to get some coaching, if you're wanting to get some mentoring, if you're wanting online drum healing, or you want to an energy healing, we can do that online from long distance. I don't have to come to your town to do that. We can make those arrangements and we can get that done. Just let me know how, just let me know when. You can reach out to me at anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com. Or you can reach out to me at www.sacreddrummedicine.com. That's my website. Or you can call me at area code 818-442-1717. Aho. You do not have to be in the suffering that you allow yourself to be. I talk about this all the time. I tell people that I'm no longer Buddhist. And they're like, you're no longer Buddhist. Were you Buddhist? I'm like, no, I was never Buddhist. But if you listen to the Buddhists, they're always talking about the suffering, eternal suffering. I don't believe that I have to suffer. I don't believe that I have to eat that sandwich. And some people would call it a shit sandwich. Sorry Buddhists. Sorry, Dalai Lama. Sorry, all y'all. But I don't believe that I have to eat that. I don't believe that that's what I have to be fed because that's what you want to feed. I don't believe that. I walk in grace. I walk in beauty. I walk in the way of balance. Is it easy? No. But I don't have to call that suffering. I just call that willingness. I just call that trying. I call that doing. What do you call it? What will you call it? Aho. What will you call it? Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, I'm not trying to speak poorly of Buddhism. Please, that's not what I'm doing. But they're in all of the teachings of religion. And some would argue that Buddhism isn't a religion, and they may be right. It could be a tradition. But in all the ways of religion, whether it be Judaism, whether it be Muslim, whether it be or Islam, whether it would be Catholicism, Christianity, and all those different denominations of Christianity, they're just a waste of time because you don't need 6,294 versions of Christianity, do you? Do you really? Because by the way, Christianity, Christ-like, Jesus was not a Christian or a gun-carrying Christian. He was a Jew. He was a Jew who didn't teach where he was born. He taught elsewhere. He went out of his circle where, because that's, that Jesus, he thinks he's the Messiah, and that happens for a lot of us who are healers, who are shapeshifters, who are mediums, and who do what we do. There are those in our families, in our past, in our present that say, is this guy crazy or what? This guy is a healer. The guy's making drums. He goes into ceremony for people. Mom, what kind of ceremony could he be doing? He's burning tobacco now. He's burning sage now. He's burning sweet. What's wrong with that guy? Is he crazy? They talk about. So guess where I'm going? Someplace else to do that. I'm making my way across the country. I'm making my way into your auric field so I can be close to you and with you, and we can create a healing for everybody that wants that healing. Aho. We don't have to suffer. We don't have to bite on that dangling carrot of suffering. We don't have to do that. Haven't you had enough? Uncle, uncle, oh man, and being in the bondage of self-loathing, self-hate, poor speaking to oneself. And that's another thing. How do you speak to you when you're grounded in your earth and your well-being and your safety and your security? How do you speak of yourself? Do you speak of the old self that is broke, that is broken, that has been through multiple relationships? I honor the relationships and all those things that happened in my life. I honor those things because guess what? They made who I am. They create who you are. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be? Be that person you were, but stand in the power of the person you were. Stand in the power, not in the cowering, not in the shaking, not in uncertainty, and certainly not of suffering. Certainly not of suffering. I ain't got no time for suffering, there's some stuff that went on in my life over the weekend while I was in Sedona, and my producer Tiffany White knows this because I reached out to her because somebody did some fraud on my bank account. It's actually fraud. I was at the bank this morning. I completely forgot that I had to go to the bank because they disconnected my ATM card, and they have no access to cash, and I wasn't depositing cash because they needed the cash that I have, for stuff that, because I don't have an ATM card till for 10 days or something goofy like that. Anyway, so, I'm in Sedona. There's some fraud done on my account. And then my account was frozen. I didn't have access to money. What am I going to do? So, it was funny because my friend Mina Satori was going through some money stuff too. And she was really flipping out. And I talked her off the ledge of the money thing, And when I talked her off the ledge, she went into a meeting, conference, and she came out an hour later. She says, "Oh, by the way, so-and-so called me. They sent me money. I got this, I got that." She goes, "Come on, I'll buy you lunch. Let's go to the farmer's market." And we ended up, I didn't need money. And then I had a client who was coming the next day who paid me cash. That's how I got home. That's how I got back on Saturday. Now I got to tell you, I got back on Saturday with $1.06 in my pocket after putting gas, and thank God that gas was only like $3.03 in Sedona, because the closer I get to LA, the higher the price got. So when it got to a place where it was $3.08, I put more gas, and that got me home with over a quarter of tank of gas. Well, what a blessing. That's trust. That's walking in faith, not by sight. At first I got scared. I was a little upset because my account was locked. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Trust. I went out and pressed the flesh and met some amazing people. And there's a young lady named Abra Cassandra. Her name is actually Alexandra. She's a beautiful friend of mine. She's an artist. She's opening a small gallery, and she's going to have a healing room in the back of that gallery. And we talked about me selling drums, and I went there to help her look at the layout and stuff. And her and I had never met. And we became friends over months on social media and Facebook. And then when we met the other day, it was just like seeing a beautiful old friend, and she's beautiful, and seeing a mirror of myself, and hugging each other and greeting each other. And, and whether I become a part of that gallery or not, doesn't matter. I have another ally. I my tribe in Sedona, in that area, in Cottonwood, and in Phoenix, and in Cage Creek, and in Anthem, and in Flagstaff is growing, and everybody there believes that I live there. So why not live there? I never see any of my tribe that I thought I had here in LA, except for Shakoba Hawkwing and Master Seal. Every now and again, I really don't see anybody. And that's kind of sad. But people are busy. People are living their lives. They're not living their lives. They're not living my life. So understand that. How do you want to connect? How do you want to create? How do you want to manifest? The new moon is coming next week on the 13th. Is it next week on the 13th? Yes, on the 13th. So, let's prepare. Make a list of what you want to let go of. Make a list. Write it down. Go and tell. Write that list on the right side of a piece of paper. On the right side of a piece of paper, and on the left side of the piece of paper, I want you to write down what you want to receive, because this is my left hand. This is the hand of divine feminine. This is hand of receiving. Left hand receives. Right hand gives. And be in the power of your of your receiving. So on the left side of that sheath of paper, write down what you want to receive, because you know what it is. You know what it is, whether it's internal strength, whether it's more fire, more fuego, so you can stand up for yourself. You can be in your willpower, in your will center. You can make decisions that you're not afraid to make. You can make decisions to jump when there's no net. You can make decisions to jump and fly when you don't even know that you can't fly. You know, you don't even know that you can't fly. Nobody told me I couldn't fly because I'm walking crow. I just happened to be walking the day I saw that crow. He was walking. I was walking. I was sitting with Emma Molina Enriquez under a huge oak tree in Descanso Gardens, resting gardens, a home. And here came that crow, just walking on down. He wasn't flying. He was walking, you know. And there he was. And there was that same messenger of abundance, hawk, on Saturday on my way home when he landed with his kill. I believe it looked like a rabbit, like a cottontail rabbit that he had in his talons. And I saw that out of the corner of my eye, and I was blown away. I received it through my corner of my left eye. I received that. I received that message of abundance, because we never know what the message is going to look like. We never know what the omen is going to be. We never know what the signs are going to be. But be open to the interpretation of the things that happen around you. Be open to the words that are spoken by a still small voice named my child, my little boy, my little girl. And I don't mean your internal one. I mean your children. Pay attention to the still small voices of our elders, the elderly, who have so much wisdom and so much to give. Like when I sat down with a Herkimer diamond with Peppermint Patty. By the way, Peppermint Patty makes beautiful jewelry out of sacred stones, out of crystals, not plastic, not glass. She uses sacred stones. So if you want her information, send me a message and I'll send it to you, and you can call her personally and you can talk about what that is. So, you know, I was so blessed when I sat down with her. She's just a little thing, you know, and she's had her trials and tribulations in life, and she's probably the happiest person that I've ever come across. You know, that's the kind of happiness I want to put forth. That's the kind of happy I want to be. That's the kind of happy I want to love with. But I can't give away what I haven't got. So I go inside and I create that for myself, and I open my windows and I allow it to flow out of my windows across the land, across the city of LA, across the state, across the counties, across the country, a whole. And I vibrate outward. I vibrate outward. And I have to remember the light that I am. I am the light. I am the power of the light that I stand in. I am the light. Do you stand in your power? Do you stand in your light? Are you ready? Or are you carrying around that ball and chain? A hole. Get up and stomp your feet. Open up that ground. Open up that passageway from Mother Earth to you, so that energy charge can come through your body and through your perineum and into your second chakra, your place of connection. Water. Direction of the west, direction of Grandmother Moon. Letting go. 28-day cycle. Making that connection. It's where we connect. It's where we feel. It's where we heal. It's where we create a whole. And then coming into our fire. Allow that energy to rise into our fire, into our third chakra, where we breathe and we stoke. And we give that fire more energy, and it gets bigger and bigger every time we take a deep, big breath. A whole. And allow it to move upward into your heart space and to vibrate here at your heart. That your heart would be warmed a whole, and as you breathe and stoke that fire, that steam would start to rise, because it's boiling over the water in the second chakra, and steam starts to rise and opens up steam, and it opens up the passageways and removes the mucus and the blockages in your fifth chakra, so you're able to go from Gu to Ru and talk about the things you need to talk about, to let go of those things that are no longer valuable to you. They hold no value to you because they were never yours to own and to hold onto with your kung fu grip. And as you come into your voice and you talk about those things, you start to feel loved, and you are loved, and you start to go up, and that energy flows upward into your seventh chakra and opens up your crown, and you open it up to Creator, Great Spirit, Universe, God, Allah, whatever it is you want to call it, however it is you want to voice it, whatever expression you want to lend to it. Oishino, Oishino, Oishino. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Oh. So, let me know what you guys have to say. Give us a call. 323-870-3791. We don't get very many calls on the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show because I think everybody's too busy listening. Everybody's listening to what it is they need to do. And how do you listen? Do you listen by crossing your legs and getting into the lotus position? Do you listen by laying down on the floor, or laying down on the grass or in the field of grass? Or do you listen by leaning up against a tree and listening to what that grandmother has to say? Do we listen? Do you listen to her whisper? Do you listen to her love? Do you listen to her speak? The spirits and the guides are with us. They're all around us. And they're with me in my dreams because I'm manifesting. As much as sometimes it feels like I'm not. Sometimes it gets difficult. But the difficulties are not mine. The difficulties are only the awareness of of what it is that I have to do more, potentially more. And are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to let go? Sarah's trying to let go of the fear, and I say to Sarah, stop trying, let go, because go into a bedroom at night and turn on the light. Those of you who've been afraid of the dark, go into a dark bedroom and turn on the lights, look around, turn off the lights, stand there, turn on the lights, and ask yourself, what changed between turning on the lights, turning off the lights, and turning on the lights again? And if the answer is nothing, I say to you, what are you afraid of? I hope. And I want to tell you, when you're standing in a dark room, you will see every light present or every leakage of light that leaks into that room from outside, because you can see the light through the darkness, but you can never see the darkness through the light. Understand what that means. I am the power of the light that I stand in. I stand in the power of the light that I am. I am the power of the light that I stand in. I stand in the power of the light that I am. Aho. Are you a light? Are you the light? Be the light. L-I-T-E, L-I-G-H-T. Light. Light. Oh, man, I could end the show right now because that's how good I feel. My stomach is not hurting. Well, it kind of goes in and out. My stomach is not hurting. I feel very calm. I didn't have to rush through my words today because you all know that sometimes I rush through the show and it's like when I'm a little heady. On those days when I'm a little heady and I'm not grounded. That's what's awesome about playing the drum and inviting the ancestors into the radio show, inviting them into the room, inviting them into the being, and aligning myself with what it is that they want me to say, what they want me to talk about, because I have no script in front of me. I never know what I'm going to talk about. That's not true. On the day of morning of, I do a video, kind of a PSA in the morning for Facebook and for other places, about the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. And I talk about what I'm going to talk about. And I usually have a theme. Today I really didn't. And I didn't want to, because, you will get what you need. You will get what you receive. I can't tell you how many people sent me a message this week that said, I am ready. people that have never met me before, people that weren't listening to the show 2 weeks ago, people that weren't listening to the show last week. But because we post the show in different places, because I posted in different groups, more people get to hear it and they say, I am ready. And then they friend me. There was a young lady named Julie, she might be listening today. I'm not sure. But right before I went on the air, she sent me a link to join her group. She has a group. And it's for psychics and mediums, but she asked me to join. She said, that way more people will listen to you, more live feeds, she said, and that's amazing that people have faith in what I have to say. They trust in what I have to say. And I trust in what I have to say. And I'm going to tell you, I'm saying that, but a lot of times during the show, I don't know what's been said till after the show, till I play back and I was like, oh, where did that come from? Well, I know where that came from. I know where that comes from. That comes from spirit, because spirit guides my soul. Spirit guides my heart. Spirit guides my voice. Spirit guides my vision, my hearing, and my crown chakra. It pours down into the top of my head and down into my body. My hands are on fire right now, and I see colors and I see light. And it's amazing. And I vibrate outward, and I get to share with you. I'm going to ask you, please, to share this show with 10 friends and neighbors, and if they want to reach out to me, they can reach out to me at Anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com. And but share the show, and I'm forever grateful. I don't have any giveaways right now to give away, because I'm going to save that stuff for when I'm on the road, because I'm going to be out there gathering a lot of sage in the next few weeks. And as much as I probably want to sell sage or would sell sage, I'm not going to be giving it. I'm not going to be selling it. I'm probably going to be giving it away, because that happened in Sedona. Every time I went someplace, I didn't walk in empty-handed. Deepak Chopra says, when you go to somebody's house, take a gift, even if it's just a prayer, even if it's just a flower that you pick on the side of the road. Take something. Take a good wish. Take take a blessing to that house. So I don't go any place empty-handed, even though it seems like I am. I'm never empty-handed, because I have so much to offer. I have so many gifts. And if I have that many gifts, how many do you have times, to the second power, whatever that means? I'm not a math guy. I was never good at algebra or any of that stuff. So in fact, when I got my GED, they kicked out my math score because that was the worst score. And I scored high enough in everywhere else that it didn't matter. Just didn't matter. Anyways, so, what is it you're willing to do for yourself and to give to yourself? And and why wait? People say, well, I'm trying. You're gonna what? You're gonna wait? You're gonna wait to see what other people say? You're gonna give it to yourself when you're good and ready? Start now. Start yesterday. Start last night. What is it you want to give to yourself, and how? How? I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that I know what's going on in my life right now. And, sometimes it isn't pretty. But I also know where I'm going in my life is very pretty. And I'm going to excel, and I'm going to create, and I'm going to manifest, and I'm going to create community healing, because I say so, because I said so, because I know so, because I stand in the power of the light that I stand in, that I beam out of. I am the light. You are the light. Light seeks light. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Share this show today. Share this show with your friends and family. And when you share it and just write in the comments, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Aho. Aho. I want to thank everybody for coming today. I'm sorry that nobody called in, but I'm not sorry. That just means I get to talk more, I guess. But I want to thank Creator Great Spirit for my calm state, for my calm demeanor, for the peaceful soul and the peaceful mind that He's given me today. I have worry for nothing. I want for nothing. I want for not. I want to thank my producer, Tiffany White Sage Woman for being the backbone of Goldylocks Productions, the backbone, the super highway of Goldylocks Productions. And I want to thank everybody that's on Goldylocks Productions who does what they do. And, because they're magic. And as I am magic. They are magic as I am magic. And I want to thank all of you who came in to listen. I want to say hello. Thanks, everybody. Sarah, welcome aboard, Sarah. Big hugs to you. Thanks for tuning in. You can listen to the playback, Sarah, if you missed it. So I know you just logged in. But, I just want to say thank you. I'm just tickled to death today. And I'm excited about where my life is going. But I'm even more excited about where your life is going. I want to remind you that you're listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. My name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. And I say blessings to you and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Until next Tuesday. Aho shino ana honata. Aho shino ana hey.